Hi, Varsha.
Hi, Keshav.
Hey, sorry for being late.
No problem.
Hi, Keshav. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So, okay. All the best, Varsha.
Thank you.
Starting. Right.
Yeah, sure.
I will take away.
Yeah, yeah.
So, let's start with quick roundup introduction. Okay. I'll start with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Keshav, as you can see the name, and I have been working in Amazon from last 6+ years. I'm at a HD2 role here, and the team that I am working for, and probably that you are interviewing for, is ESI team. That stand for e-commerce system integration. So
Mm-hmm.
what we do is we create solutions for our partner system, that is outside Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
to enable their buyers to shop Amazon products. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can think of it like a three system setup where Amazon is the supplier and the purchasing website is owned by another system, and buyer is using the third party system to buy the Amazon product. So Amazon is somehow hosting, in a way, hosting its own catalog into a different system. So we build like technical solutions for enabling that integration. That's why it's called external system integration.
Mm. Yeah, your voice is too low.
I'm audible now. Am I audible better? No.
Same.
What about
Yeah,
now?
now fine.
Okay. Yeah. So that's in brief about me. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
And responsibility. So I have developed several API in this project, and I have written unit test cases as well. That is all about me. Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about the recent project that you have worked, which you think is kind of a uh, complex one,
Yeah.
about the observability that you mentioned?
Yes. So mainly we can say like uh, so when we mm, firstly I'm explaining my project my project is suppose there are multiple applications are in our organization, so we can say like it is an internal application. So with the help of we can do like when we deploy any application on production, so that time we are not able to see logs on production, so that's why this microservices came in role. So suppose we create one application, suppose user application we create. So when we build this application, so generate logs on console, or we create one file, log file. So we have to configure some key value inside inside the application.property file, like application name, status, up or down, like that. So many some key value pair we have to define inside the application.property file, and with the help of file we read log file with the
Mm-hmm.
help of path. And after that we store that one log file inside the elasticsearch as an index format, and with the help of kibana we read the logs.
This is a normal ELK stack, right? When you say we, like, what is the custom solution that you have built here? You are talking about the ELK stack, Elasticsearch, Kibana, and Logstash. So Logstash does all those things like reading the file and pushing the data to, I think, uh, the database. So when you are telling that we read the file, we index it, I'm not understanding like what technical solution we have built there.
So yeah, so we can say like expose application metrics, like using spring boot. So like prometheus were used to collect like metrics like error count and api response time, and grafana logs. And grafana used for like create dashboard visualization.
Yeah, those I am aware about those tools, but I'm trying to understand like what is your contribution in all those things.
Okay, yeah. So there, like I have developed many APIs. Suppose like I have created API for checking status, application status. There are multiple applications are there. So like firstly we check status of that microservice. It is up or down. So for this, like I write get API for this.
Hmm.
Yeah. So with the help of we can check.
Okay, sure. Thanks for sharing about your project. Do you have like notepad or any text editor in your computer?
Yes.
Can you share, can you like open one of the editor and share your screen?
Yes.
So we will be discussing few coding questions. Okay,
Hmm.
and I'll share the question in the chat box here, and
Hmm.
what's expected from you is to kind of go through the question, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
If you have any clarification that you need on the question, you can ask that,
Hmm.
and you have to basically find a solution and discuss the solution with me first. Once we are aligned that the solution provided by you is kind of accurate and is the optimal approach, that
Hmm.
is where I'll ask you to write the code for it. You can use any language that you want, that you are comfortable in, C plus plus, Java, or anything.
Okay.
uh, okay,
Hmm.
and okay, let me I'm sharing the first question on the chat box. Okay,
Okay.
copy the question and paste it on the editor that you have, editor application that you have opened.
Hmm. So yes, mainly we can say like first I avoid like swapping rows, columns in matrix because that would take n cross m time repeatedly.
Why to take in cross m time? Can you explain the time complexity?
So so for this, we can say like firstly like matrix input is there. So like we read all the elements of the matrix. So like we can say
Hmm.
size is n cross m. Sorry, n cross m. So like time complexity is n cross m, and initialize like row map and column map. So we firstly like initialize two arrays of size like O of n plus m, we can say.
Like how? What is row map and column map?
B, it means like we can say like current row. So like index actually point to the, which original row we can say.
Can you? I'm not able to understand the approach that you are mentioning. Can you explain the approach by writing it here? Like, what are you thinking?
So can I write?
Yeah. No, no, don't write the code. What
Hmm.
I'm asking is to can you explain the approach? Like, what is your thought process? Like, what are you trying to do? What is your solution?
Okay. So so firstly, like we can say, yeah. So firstly, like I create one method for main method, and like firstly we take input from the user, and after that like we create one for loop for this. So like we can say like taking matrix input, we can say,
Okay.
and
Give
then
assume that you have a function is given to you that has input matrix and the
uh,
queries. What would be the next step? What would you do?
okay. So for so then firstly like firstly like we can say initially mapping in same, we can say. So we create a two for loop for this. So for like I int I equals to 0, and I less than n, I plus plus it, and inside it we row map I equals to I, like that. I will define. And again another for loop is also.
Okay, you are speaking the code. What I'm trying to understand is can you like explain in the like layman term that what are you trying to do? How do you think? Why do you think that solution is correct? We'll go into the code later.
Mm-hmm. So so we firstly we can say um, s- uh, s- yeah. So
Just
um,
do one thing. Like if you're not able to explain, you can just explain me the you can write things there, right? You can just create like the new data structure that you want to create. What would be the value? How
mhm,
how you will query all those things. Can you explain it while like writing it as well? It will be clear in that way.
mhm. Okay. So like we have a one matrix is there, this one matrix. So like matrix of array, we can say. And
Okay.
like after that like I created we can say like roadmap for sorry uh, column map or row map we create. We can say like row map, we can say like which actual row to use. And column map we create array create for we can say like actual column to use. So that's why like that.
Okay. What would be the initial value of row map and column map? Sorry.
Yes. And after that like we can after row swap after that. So like that.
how did row map become 210?
because we are swapping, so that's why.
What are we swapping?
You can say like we swap like row 1 and 3 like that.
Swap row number one where it is given that you have to swap row and row 1 comma 3.
We are swapping like that, like 2, 1 and 0 like that. We are swapping.
So you reverse the row
Yeah,
map.
we can say like swap row like we can say 1 and 3.
But there is
0
nowhere in
based like
the
0 and 2.
what is the test case that you are trying to run? I'm not able to understand. There is no operation to swap row 1 comma 3 1 and 3, neither 0 comma
No,
2.
no, like that, like there is a 0, 1, 2. So like I am doing here like 2, 1, 0 like that.
Can you explain the input scenario that test case that I have mentioned, right? How we did work for that test case?
uh, so for this like we can say like um, we have like three operations. Suppose like uh, r x y, so like swap row x and y, and c x y, so like swap column x and y.
Okay. So sorry, but I'm like really finding it very hard to kind of understand. Like, can you explain the test case that I've given you? That how are you managing those auxiliary arrays for the test case that is there?
So like we have a matrix, so like some queries swap row, swap column, and get values. So like we can say roadmap like mainly like we can say like tracks row positions, and column map tracks column positions.
Okay.
And like we can say like firstly like we initialize matrix. So like matrix is this we have so like we can say like roadmap like we define like that. So like row 0 we can say like it original row 0.
I understood the initialization part. What I'm trying to understand, can you run the test case that I have that is there? Like how the auxiliary space that you have taken, how it will manage after each query. You are using some hypothetical queries, is what I'm trying to say.
So for this so like a query we can say like R like R13, so like swap row 1 1 and 3, so like convert to 0 waste we can say.
R13, there is nothing R13 that is given. I'm not sure from where are you getting this R13.
Because we can say like I'm not generating R13 myself. We can say like it suppose like it come from a test case.
But I'm telling you to run the test case that I have given.
So according this like uh, there
Okay, it's all right. Let's move to the next question. I'm sharing the second question with you.
okay, okay.
Let's discuss that.
Hmm. So in this question so like we can say each rows has zeros first and ones and so in sort we can say like it is a sorted format and like we need to find a row index with maximum number of ones. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay. So there so like if so like we can start like top to right concern of matrix. So like from like left smaller values, zero sides, and down next row. And like first we can say like first case like if value double equals to 1, then it means like this rows has ones and maybe more one on the left. So like update
Okay.
we can update an answer from the current row. And next
Okay.
one case we can say like if value double equals to 0, then it means this rows has fewer ones, so like move down.
Mm.
So we can like
Okay.
I plus plus like that.
What if I tell you to find a row that has least number of ones?
Least number of ones. For least so for this like we can say huh. So like we can say for this find for each row first like find first occurrence of one, and after that like a count of that one, and after that uh, mainly like mainly with track of maximum count.
What will be the time complexity for this solution?
Time complexity for this for we can say every row like log of m, and for we can say like total n log n log m.
In log m,
Hmm.
or finding the least number of ones.
Mm, finally, this number. For least number of ones, so like just- so so for this like be stored like one. So for this log of m,
Are you telling or asking? I'm not.
log of m according to me.
Can you can you prove that time complexity? Like, why do you think it is log of m to
Be-
find least number of one?
because like checking all of elements of o of m, so like we use binary search to find first
Mm,
one here.
okay. So why is log of m? We apply the binary search. Okay, we applied the binary search in the first row.
Hmm. I didn't get you.
Like, tell me your answer. Why do you think the time complexity is log of m?
We can say like time complexity is a log of m because like in binary search like first step like check middle remaining like we can say like m by 2, so like second step remaining like
That
yeah.
that I understand. For binary search, it is logarithmic
Hmm.
time complexity. But I'm asking the solution, the time complexity of the entire solution, not the binary search.
So like we can say we are not scanning full the matrix, so like we are doing only like a binary search per row. So like we can say like repeated n times. For example like suppose n equals to 4 rows and m equals to like 8 columns, so we can say like log of 2 base of 2 of 8, so we can say like 3 steps. And like 4 rows, so like 4 rows into we can say 3 steps, so equals to we can say 12 operation are there. So that's why here it should be n log m.
You change your answer from log m to log n log m. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yes, right.
what is the what has changed in the solution?
So, so we can say like so before like loop through entire row, count a number of ones, and like after we can say like we are using binary search. So like find a first index matrix first appearance, and then count like m minus index like that.
Okay, sure. Can you write the code for this solution?
Okay.
Don't write the main function. Just assume that you have a function that where the array and this thing is given.
Okay.
Array and queries are given. Don't write the main method. Just write a method that has
Mm-hmm.
array and queries given to you already as a function parameter. Don't write the main method.
Okay.
You are still writing the main method. Fine, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, so it will work according to me.
Can you do the dry run of this code?
Yes. Yes, so like first we can say, yeah, so like we are taking this one array, suppose. So so we can say like first like we find the n and m, we can say row and columns. So after that
Where did you find the m?
with the help of array of length, with the help of this we can find.
But where in the code you have found the m?
Yeah, I am not written, but also we can write. So with the help of we can find like from the main method, like so firstly we find length n and m, and after that we are starting like I equals to from I equals to 0, and we are firstly we find index. So firstly we call this one method, first one method. So like we can say like inside we are passing rows. So like we can say like we can inside it like So firstly we are doing like low equals to 0 and a high equals to like road length minus 1. So we are calculating these things. So like if no one is found, so we can say like count 0.
Okay, sure. I think I got the code. Do you have any question for me?
mm, mm, yeah, so can you please tell me like what is roles and responsibility are there if I select?
Call. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Uh, Roles and responsibility is HG2 role, if I believe correctly. So,
Mm-hmm.
meaning you will be given like a real world problem, and you have to kind of find the solution. And I mean, it's like normal like HG2 engineering process. Like any specific thing that you want to know about that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Any other thing?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Varsha.
Thank you.